Hey guys, it's Nellie from Be Planner Happy. Did I need a new planner? No. Do I have 2 new planners to show you today? Yes, I do. What happened was I was watching Stephanie Happily Plans and I saw her social media planner and I thought immediately, I must have that. So I went ahead and purchased it because my business has kind of morphed over the years from being an Etsy embroidery shop to then an Etsy sticker shop, and now doing YouTube, and social media has kind of taken over a lot of what I do. And I've been struggling using my old planner in this new way. And when I saw her video or her, one of her plan with me's, I thought, you know what, that might really work for me. So I went ahead and looked up the company she was using, the planner, and it's Plum Paper. They have so many layouts and ways to customize your planner. I was literally blown away. It's like, Happy Planner's custom planner, but on steroids, because they had so many covers to choose from. You can choose from, let's see, how many layouts is it? I wrote it down. It's like 11 different layouts. And each one of those are customizable in their own sense. So those are, it's actually more than that, because you can pick one layout, but then you can choose between having colors in it or having no colors in it, having lines in it, having no lines in it. Anyway, I had ordered their layout guide, and this is pretty handy. I believe this was like $10. So if you want to purchase this even before you purchase, you make your own planner, or just to have as reference, it's kind of neat to be able to see it in person versus, on the computer. But anyway, we'll get into this in a minute. I had seen, oh, here's cat hair. I had seen Stephanie Happily Plans, and she was decorating this vertical priorities planner, and so I decided that I was going to try it too, and I went ahead and purchased it. And then literally like a week and a half to 2 weeks after I purchased and received this one, the company reached out to me to see if I wanted a free planner in order to do a video and share it with you all. So I was like, absolutely. So first I'm going to go through the one that I had purchased on my own, and then we'll go through the one that I got that they sent me, and then we'll go through, because they actually have custom covers that you can purchase just separately, the cover, which is one thing I wish Happy Planner would do, but they've never done that. But anyway, after I purchased these two, then they came out with a new fall cover, and there was one in particular that I was like, oh my God, I have to have that. So I purchased it. Okay, so first let's go over this one. And this is one of their many covers that they have. It's sort of like, it's very different from Happy Planner in the sense that it's very flexible. It doesn't have that lamination. It almost has the feel of like a placemat, if that's, correct. That's what it feels like to me. Their planners, you can purchase them with a disc punch option or a coil. I prefer disc punch 100%. I can't stand coils. I don't like that. I can't take it out to decorate or to write in and all that stuff. So I will always be a disc punch person. They do sell the disc separately in 3 different sizes, but as you can see here on this one, I put my Happy Planner disc, and they fit perfectly. So if you already have disc, you don't have to worry about purchasing extra disc, unless if you want one of theirs that are like this. They're kind of they're the solid. They don't have the little heart or anything in the center, and they are metal. Okay, so this is the cover. Let me move this one over here. This is the cover, and here's the back. This one was I think it was in like the academic section, and I just thought it was so cute, and I was still very much in summer mode, and I just thought it was cute, so I ordered that one. I love that the inside of the covers is like a herringbone, but it's like just gray and white. So for me, that's important in the sense that when I am, taking pictures of my spreads, having weird colors kind of sticking out the sides doesn't really kind of messes up my picture in a sense. So if you're not into, taking pictures of your spreads and things, that probably won't matter to you, but that does matter to me. And I love that it's just a nice neutral color and it's not going to clash with anything. So they just have a very plain, first page this planner belongs to. The planners are made in the USA, which is pretty cool. The paper, I would say it feels like Happy Planner paper, maybe just a teeny tiny bit, not as thick as Happy Planner paper. Definitely not Planner Envy paper. Planner Envy paper is amazing. This is it just feels like normal paper. It's a little, it's thicker than just your typical copy paper. But it's, and it feels pretty smooth, not ridgy or, no texture or anything. It's good. It's a good paper. The only thing is I can kind of see, what's over here on this side. not that big of a deal. But yeah, so it comes with these, you know, your at a glance calendars, and they're pretty big. So I guess you could, you know, mark stuff off and do it with markers or color coding or whatever if you wanted to do that. This page is pretty cool. This is great for, you know, birthdays, holidays, certain things that you want to remember in the month. Pretty, you know, standard, but I kind of like the way it's laid out, you know, like quarterly. That's nice. So then it gives you this extra page. Now I've written a bunch of notes because there's so much to go over with these planners that I didn't want to forget what was going on in my brain. So I tried to go slow and go through it all and kind of make some notes for myself. So these pages come after, you know, this one, and it's basically the same setup except with no headers. This could be for quarterly goals. If you wanted to maybe put the books that you've read, you know, for each month, you could make a cleaning list. You could list stats for the month. I mean, this setup is pretty cool, and it kind of lends itself to just about any kind of list or monthly focus or things like that you would want to use that for. So that's a pretty cool page, and that one comes with all of the planners. One thing that's super cool about these planners, which kind of made me go ahead and buy one, was that you can purchase 6 months at a time. So when you place your order, you don't have to commit for the whole year. You can just do 6 months, give it a shot, and then figure out, well, okay. And then the other thing is, you can choose any start date. So for this one, I chose October because I was ordering it in August and I wasn't sure when it would get here, and I just wanted to have plenty of time to kind of go over it and figure out, you know, how I was gonna use this one. Oh wait, this is not the first one I purchased. This is the one that I got after I got the social media one. So this is the social media one over here, and I'll go over that in a minute because I forgot I switched the covers. Okay, so this is the one that I ordered second through them that they sent me for free. Okay, so this page we discussed. The first page next to your starting month. So let's say you decided, you know what, I just want to try it in, you know, November, December, before I make my real purchase for the year of 2026. You can do that. So here you could do a currently, you could do favorite memories. This could be a brain dump page. You could add pictures. There's just so many. I mean, it's a blank canvas. Again, I can kind of see the lines a little bit from, you know, the other page. It's not super noticeable, and I'm sure once you put something on here, it's not as noticeable, but I do want to, you know, note that for some of you that might bug. It doesn't necessarily bug me. Okay, so I ordered the one that was no color because you can choose the color of your dividers. They have, I think it's like a rainbow. Let me see, I think I wrote it down. They have color scheme, modern, colorful. The modern one is sort of like beachy colors, and then the colorful one is sort of like a pastel rainbow. And then they have neutral beige, neutral sage, and neutral gray. So basically the parts that would have color will show up in those colors. I chose neutral gray because, you know, I like to decorate, and any sort of color on here kind of throws off, you know, being able to choose any sticker set to decorate. So that's why I chose the neutral gray. Depending on which one you choose, if you choose the neutral gray, this is your dashboard page. And you can see it's just plain. There's nothing on here. I wrote this here because I'm trying to figure out, you know, how I would use it, or different ways that I could, you know, I could use each of these pages. So this one would be great for, you know, setting the stage, decoration, maybe a few boxes. You could have a monthly to-do list, or maybe monthly events, or, you know, whatever you want. It's just a nice little list section. You could do birthdays, you could do goals. This is, you know, it's not labeled as anything, so you don't have to worry about like, oh, is this priorities? Oh, is this goals? You know, you can kind of just make this your own, however you want. And then it starts off with this lined page, which I thought would be great. There are 31 lines, so you could do a line a day, sort of like mini journal. You could do gratitude. You could list your bills and then, you know, highlight them as you pay them during the month. There's just lots of ways you could use this first page, or just stickers, you know, if you just want to decorate and have a lot of stickers over here. Okay, one of the things that you can customize, because like I said, this is like customization of everything. You can customize whether it's a Monday start or a Sunday start. You can customize whether you have religious holidays or US holidays or another country's holidays. You can also customize your own holidays in here. So let's say you wanted to add all of your birthdays preloaded into your calendar. You can do that. You are limited to 3 lines on each square. So you just, keep that in mind. So that's pretty cool. You can't do that with any other planner that I know of. There may be another one out there, but I just don't know. I've never heard of that. So you can customize Monday, Sunday, or the holidays and things like that. The other thing you can customize is how this page looks as far as whether or not it has lines or not. So let me show you. Here's the split view. So you can see here, this one obviously doesn't have lines, and then this one does have lines. And you'll see when I do my other one, since this was the second one I ordered, when I ordered the first one with the lines, it was kind of distracting to me, and I'll show you how that looks on a whole page when I go to the other planner. But so on the second purchase, or in the second planner I ordered, I got it without the lines. I think I like that better, and I rather just put in the highlighted lines myself, but I don't know, I'm going to try it with the lines and see, and I'll show you guys that in a second. So here you see you can turn lines on or off, Sunday or Monday start, add your own special dates, include country or religious holidays, or blank and no holidays. So if you're someone that doesn't even want the holidays on there and you just want to use your stickers to mark the holidays, or just not even worry about the holidays, you can do that, which I think is pretty cool. I mean, again, I don't know of any other planner company that does that. Okay, so for this planner, I chose the daily layout, and I chose it dated. They do have undated planners that you can purchase, which is very cool. I kind of wish I would have gone with the undated. I don't remember exactly what my decision making was that I decided to go with the dated one, but I'm a big believer in redating. So if for some reason, I don't use every page, I can easily, white out the date and still use these pages no matter what. Okay, so this, I was just kind of playing around with adding some stickers to it. So let's look at this page, and this is what the pages look like. You've got your priorities, you've got today, you've got 1, 2, 3 other sections, and a to-do list. I customized this one for me in the sense that you can choose like just their regular headings, and all of these will be, have headings for you, like notes and whatever. I don't remember exactly what they are. Or you can change the headings, which again, I don't know of any other planner that you can have them print the headings the way that you want them. I think that was super cool. So this one I kept as today's priorities. This one used to say today's schedule, because you can put the, times right here of when you're doing something, appointments, or if you want to, time block out your day. And I've also seen someone that did that, but then they wanted more hours on there. So they just kind of continued, they wrote their own line and then continued the times further down. They do have another day. They've got 2 more daily layouts. I don't think both of them are in here, but the one that is in here, this one. So you can see they've got all of the times here, and it says choose your start time. I chose this one because I figured not every day, I'm not going to want to schedule things out every day, but I have the option to do so if I decide that day I need to kind of figure out my day hourly or whatever. On the days that I don't have to do that, I can just write in here normally, and I can just use this area for whatever suits my purpose for that day. So yeah, this is one of the other daily layouts, and you can choose this. This one has lines off, color off. So this one, obviously, you see it's got the lines, color on, daily layout, lines on. So it's got all the lines. This one doesn't have the lines. It's really amazing how you can customize these days. So then you can see this one here. This one is daily layout, lines on, color on. So it's kind of similar to mine, except it's got colors. And where you see these little triangles, that indicates the spots where you can customize the headers. So I chose to have these 3 headers, and then I left these 3 blank because I might want to journal here or journal here. I don't know. I wanted that opened so that it doesn't have a header and I don't have to really decide what's there. The other thing I thought was this is a good place for washi. If I wanted to put washi in, I wouldn't have to white anything out. So I'll go through this book with you guys so you can see the other layouts. And really, I wanted to do this video too because I know a lot of people are going to be thinking about their 2026 planners coming up. And just in case if you didn't know of this company and these customizable planners, I wanted you guys to be able to see that before you make your decision and you know, buy your next planners. Okay, so this one, I just kind of wrote some things here of ways that, you know, these spots can be used. Obviously, this is a to-do list, priorities, and then your little schedule or whatever you want to use that for. But like over here, you could do breakfast, lunch, and dinner meal plan. You could put your stats for the day for fitness. You could do a work list, like maybe this is home, this is work. This, I'm probably mainly going to use this for decoration, but you could also use it, like put a box there and write your gratitude every day. Or if you have an appointment and you want to remember, hey, that day I have that appointment, that's a good thing to use, you know, this little space for. And then down here, maybe you want to do like a Bible verse or affirmation or a little mini journal of what you're doing that day. You could even print up like a little journal prompt and stick it here and then answer it. In here, or a line a day or gratitude or whatever. I just thought that this daily page was really versatile, and the fact that I could eliminate the headings that they had on there and make it my own was just, you know, it's just great. I just think that's such a great feature. Okay, so you have, you know, this is the daily, so you're going to have daily pages for every day, and then it ends with this one double-lined page, which you could use in so many ways. This could be your currently, you could do a journal page, you could do a brain dump. There's just, you know, it's just a line page. So you can use that however you want, or you can even take it out and eliminate it if you just don't even think you're going to use it. Okay, so they have add-ons. So you're going to pick your planner, then you're going to pick your layout, and you're going to pick add-ons. So just to give you an idea of some of the add-ons that they have, and I think there's a list here because I wrote down a list, but then I saw that there was a list in here. Yeah. Okay, so purchasable planner add-ons. So they've got add-ons for baby, blog, brainstorm, budget, coloring, direct sales, fitness, home, meal planning, media, medical, reflection, photography, scrapbook, social media, student, teacher, tracker, coloring, travel, wedding, checklist, contest notes, pages, gratitude, meetings, mileage tracker, party planning, prayer, and to-do list. So you can add on, I believe it's up to 55 pages. So you don't have to limit yourself to just one add-on. You can do another add-on. And I do believe that that kind of limit is more so when you're doing the bind, you know, the coiled planners, because, you know, you only have so much room in a coil, and the coil can only be so big before they run out of room. So anyway, this was the add-on that I purchased for this planner because it looked interesting to me and I kind of liked the layout of it, and I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to use it, but I just thought it's pretty cool, right? So basically it's just a week at a glance. So I could just use it for appointments. You could use this to track your fitness. You could use this as a meal planner. They did have a meal planning add-on, but I don't typically do meal planning like that. But anyway, I liked the layout of these. I like, of course, their discs, so I can take them out of here and use them anytime that I want to or not want to. So it's just, you know, this little, I mean, this actually could just be a layout for some people that, you know, they're not very busy. They just need to remember a few to-dos during the day, or they just want to keep track of appointments. You could keep track of medications. I mean, this is just such a interesting and versatile layout. And it ends with this page, which I kind of wish it would start with this page, because to me, this is like the monthly, you know, of those weekly pages. But I love this. This reminds me of the Skinny Classic by Happy Planner. They have this page, and when I was using the Skinny Classic, I really loved having my appointments and my days set up like this, and I could see what comes next really easily. For me, my brain just it takes information in easier when it's all vertical. So, you know, one thing comes after the other, versus when I'm going across this way, like in a regular calendar. It's easier for me to take in the information for some reason. So I really love this page. I'm not sure how I'm going to use it. If I'm going to use it, maybe at some point I will. But I just think it's like a really cool, you know, monthly dashboard page. You could put like your weight, if you're taking your weight every day, your steps. I mean, there's just so many ways you could use this page. So and I didn't even realize when I ordered these that this was part of, you know, this thing. And this is like the weekly. So you could do, I think I ordered daily plus weekly, and that's what this layout is. Okay, so the other add-on that I wanted to try was their fitness add-on. And you can either get it, it says you can choose like dispersed or in a tab. I chose with a tab. So dispersed meaning, and this is more so if you're doing a coil, meaning that they will take one of these pages and they will disperse it throughout they will disperse it throughout the months. So, but this, in this sense, I just did it in a tab. I wanted it all together. So when I want to log my fitness, I would come over here. So this one starts out with this, it's sort of like a yearly page. I don't know if I should maybe push this down a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help much, but push it down a little bit. So it just has goal timeline, weight goal, nutrition goal. So target calories, start calories, end calories. I just thought it was a neat way. It would be fun to kind of, you know, keep track over, well, it would be fun or depressing, I'm not sure, to keep track of, you know, your weight every month, and then your start and your end measurements and affirmation, long-term, short-term goals, and different little milestones. I thought that was kind of neat that it has like milestones that, you know, maybe you'll reach and you can keep track of that. Okay, so that's like the yearly overview. And then for each month, now you can take one page, you know, and put it in that month if you wanted to do that. Or you can use it like this, so that this is like 1 month spread, you know, 1 month on this, both pages like that. Or, you know, you could do this being 1 month. So I kind of prefer this, so you can kind of just see the whole month, you know, both pages without having to flip back and forth. So basically you put your goals for the month, nutrition goals, motivation, rewards, and then each week, which I love because I used to do this in my fitness planner, I would average out my weight for the week, and then I knew if I was going up or if I was going down. And then notes, did I hit my goals? What were my habits? Were they good to excellent, you know, poor to excellent? And then here you can, it's just a, you know, straightforward log of every day for the month, what you did. And that way, when you look over here and you're like, well, you know, what happened here? You can see, oh yeah, my steps dropped that week, or whatever. Anyway, so I just thought this was kind of interesting. You guys know that I like the Planner Envy self-care and health page. And this is just a different, you know, a different version of how to keep track of your health and fitness and goals like that. Okay, so this was an add-on, and it comes with 12. So even though this was a 6-month planner that I bought, it came with 12 months of the fitness add-ons. And then the other add-on that I got for this one were just some notes pages. And for those, I just chose dot grid. Their dot grid is kind of big. You know, I don't know. I don't know if that's the same as in like a dot grid, you know, notebook, but it's just a dot grid page. You never know when you need an extra page and you want to have it in there. You could even take these pages, and let's say you wanted to have more of a spread, right? You could put these pages in between here, and then you have your sort of dashboard, and then you can use this page however you want to go along with your daily page. You could do something like that. So, okay, so that's this one. And then with every planner, you get it's included, you get this double-sided folder for you to put, you know, your sticker sheets or whatever in there that you want to take with you or keep, you know, super handy. And then it comes with a contacts page, which is double-sided, and it comes with a passwords page. And then on the back of the passwords page is the next year's, you know, calendar at a glance. Okay, so that was the daily. Now, obviously, all I put in here was 1 month. You can see I just put 1 month in here. This is the rest of the planner. I put it on these Happy Planner discs because I didn't want to have all, you know, all these months together, but this is what the 6 months, well, actually this is 5 months, what 5 months would look like in here. Let's see, I don't think there's anything else I need to discuss with this one. This clear cover is actually from Live Love Posh, and I have this on here because mainly I wanted to show you guys the size. So this is the 7x9 planner. You can get it in an A5, 7x9, or 8.5 by 11. So this is the 7x9, so it's just slightly smaller than a Happy Planner page. And here I can show you this planner page so you can see the difference. It's slightly, let's see, if I line these up, you can see right here. It's just slightly smaller. And then from this end, I guess I can do it down here. It's about the same. It's like, I don't know, it seems the same. So basically it's just a little bit taller than a Happy Planner page. And then here, this is, you know, a classic size clear cover. And so you can see it works just fine. I mean, it's clear, so it doesn't look very attractive, but I just wanted to show you guys how the difference in the size was. Okay, so that was the the daily that I got. Now, that was the one that they sent me for free. This is the one that I had purchased. When I purchased it with this cover, right? And this one is just the academic cover. They have on their website. So not only can you customize it by choosing from over, I almost want to say it's like 100 covers on there, but let's just say, just to be safe, is at least over 50 different covers. Not only can you pick your cover, but you can pick to customize your cover. And they have a bunch of different of these little labels, like, some are just square, some are, just a plain circle, just a bunch of different labels. And then you can choose what you write inside of it. You can choose the font. You can choose the color of this label. You can choose whether to have your text at the top or the bottom. You can choose to have the date, the year put on the planner. There's just a ton of ways to customize even just the cover, which is pretty cool. They have two covers. This is a synthetic one that I said sort of feels like sort of about the texture and thickness of a placemat. But they also sell their own clear protective cover, and I believe it's like $10.95 if you want to add that on. So for when I got the second planner with this customized cover, I went ahead and ordered it with the plastic cover because I felt like, I don't know, I'm so used to the hard covers from Happy Planner that at first this just felt not as sturdy, so to speak. I don't know. Thankfully, my planners stay in my office. I never take them anywhere unless if I'm, traveling. So that's not that big of an issue for me. But let's say you're somebody that's putting your planner in your bag, out your bag, and all that stuff, then you might want to have a clear protective cover for it. The other thing they do is they have sort of like a hard chipboard type of planner cover that you can purchase also. And also those, for those you also pick the art that you want on it and everything. The covers, they have like abstract, they've got academic, they've got seasonal, what's the other one? Like everyday. They just had so many choices. It was really hard to choose, like very hard. So I kind of went with this spring cover because I thought this one was kind of summery. Literally like 2 days after I placed my order for this custom cover, they came out with some new fall covers. And the cool thing is you can purchase the covers by themselves. So you don't even have to buy the planner with the cover. So they came out with this cover that had the black kitty cat. And you guys know I'm a sucker for everything kitty cat. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, you know what? I really need to have that cover. So then this one was there I think it's in the seasonal fall area of the covers, but I can't resist a black cat. I have 2 of them myself in the books and the fireplace and everything. It was just so cozy and cute that I was like, you know what? I'm going to get this fall cover. You can see the little kitty cat sleeping right there. And then since I was ordering that cover, I thought, well, since I've got spring and summer, and now fall, I might as well order a winter cover. So I went ahead and ordered this one. Now the back is the same as the front, and I believe the same for this one, yeah. So I just thought this was such a cute little, winter scene with the moon and the snow and the little snowman and everything. And I love the cardinals. And it's almost like, I think it's like a sublimation. That's what it reminds me of. Like some kind of sublimated print on their covers. So anyway, that's what I got. I have the spring cover. So this is what the back looks like. I don't have the clear cover on the back, but this is what the cover looks like without my my business, label on it. And then this one was different. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I showed you guys the 2 sides. It's different on the front and the back. So I thought that was kind of cute. Okay, so let's get into, this was the one that I saw that Stephanie Happily Plans that made me want to buy it. I was totally influenced, and I totally copied her idea of how she had it laid out, and I'm hoping it works for me for my social media, being able to manage that better and plan better, because I always feel like I'm falling behind. So this one also comes with just the plain, planner belongs to page, and it's got it tells you it's the weekly planner. So these pages were the same, and for some reason, I don't know why, this paper feels slightly thicker than the other paper. I could just be imagining it, but for some reason I feel like this weekly planner paper is just like a notch above the daily planner paper. Again, I could totally be imagining it, but I don't know. Okay, so here I can kind of, for using this for social media, which you may not, but in case you are, I can set up like release dates or things that I have to remember for each month. Maybe, some themed things that I want to do. That's how I can use this. And then this one, I could use it maybe to list out my affiliates and maybe some important dates for them. I don't know. It's just, it's a great layout. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use that yet. So you've got your plain notes page, you've got your plain divider, which you can also decorate because there's just nothing on here. So it'd be very easy to make it very pretty. Now, you guys know that I use my monthly layout by Happy Planner for my business, which has been working great for the past, I think this is probably my either third or fourth year using that planner. And I do love the dashboard on that one. I love decorating that one. But I find that the daily task pages in that one aren't serving what my business needs now, you know, because what works one year for you in that time of your life may not continue to work for you moving forward. So I think that's one of the reasons we're always kind of planner hopping, looking for that perfect planner that's really going to meet all of our needs. So I'm hoping this one does that. So here I had this was me playing around trying to figure out if I decide to switch completely to this planner, how I would use this dashboard versus my other dashboard page. Because right now in that one, I actually have a separate monthly sheet thing from Calibre Plan that I use for social media, but I don't like having to flip back and forth. So I'm really trying to reimagine how my work planner is going to be used and worked and going forward, especially in 2026. So you guys saw this one. I know this dashboard, if you pick one of the colors, and you'll see this as you're customizing your own planner, this page is different, and I believe it's got like 3 circles here, and the layout's a little bit different. So keep that in mind when you're doing your planner. Okay, so this one, as you can see, on this one I have the lines. On the other one, it did not. I'm like, where is it? It's right here. On the other one, it did not have the lines. So this is what it looks like with the lines, and that's what it looks like without. And let me show you here. So that's how it looks with nothing on it. And for me, it just seemed, I don't know, it was kind of hard to see the spaces defined, so to speak. So that's why I went ahead and put kind of like this highlighter up here just to kind of separate the days of the calendar and see if that helped. And I think it does help. To be honest, I don't use this page in my work planner. I use a different date. Let's see, which one is it that I use? It's actually over here. Let me pull it up. Okay, so the one that I use for my social media now is this one, and this is the monthly by Calibre Plan, and I just white out all of this, and I use this in a different way, but this is the calendar that I use for my social media now, and then I list everything that I want to film. Again, because for me, vertically, so like I'll plan it out over here, and then I'll take what's over here and I'll list it vertically so that I know, okay, I'm going to film this first, this second, this third, this fourth. And so I try to go down that list. That's way easier for my brain than trying to read it going across. So that's what I'm using right now. So I don't know if I'm going to use this page. Ideally, I would like to use this page so that I don't have another separate page. And what I was thinking is I could do, list it out here and then use this to list the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the, what comes next, so to speak, as far as filming goes. Okay, so let's look at it first without any decoration. So this one is called the vertical priorities layout. And I'm going to show you what's weird about that here, but here, this one, so you can see all of the lines. So what Stephanie had was she had YouTube, and then I believe she just had Instagram here. And I went ahead and put IG, Facebook, and TikTok there. Not that I use TikTok all that much, but I do post over there every once in a while. I liked how she had, this sectioned out, which for me in my daily task pages in my monthly layout, it's just, I have like 5 lines to use, and listing these out and then trying to add in other stuff that I wanted to get done, it's not working great. So one of the other things you guys know that I do in my, let me pull one up real quick. Okay, so here's one that I did last year, and my daily task page. I had started this one, but I never finished it. And I ended up taking a break in November, and so I just didn't even work. And I said, well, I'm just going to pull these out for next year. But anyway, this will give you an idea of how I was doing it before. So basically, I would only have these lines to write what I needed to accomplish that day, or what I wanted to get done, or what I wanted to schedule, blah, blah, blah. And then I always have these little boxes up here that I use for like the main focus, or if there's like one priority that I really needed to get done that week, or something I had to focus on, that's what would go up here. So basically, I was transforming these pages that are just these little lists into weeklies, you know, 1 week at a time, which worked for me when I just had my embroidery business. Now that I've got my sticker business and my YouTube, and I have to sprinkle in social media and release dates and things like that, I need more space. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be franken planning these pages into here and continue with, so you can see this is the dashboard, because I really love this dashboard, or if I'm just going to try and use the other one in 2026. I'm not sure yet. I will, you know, of course you guys will know, because you'll see whether I continue to decorate this planner in this way or not. So that's the reason why when I saw Stephanie with her planner, I was like, oh no, I don't want to have to buy another planner. But it just seems like it'll work better for me. So this one already has that box, that sort of focus area that, you know, already built into the page. I've got the whole week on 2 pages versus all on 1 page. I have more lines. I've got separated sections for, you know, my YouTube and my my posting, you know, what things I want to get posted and when. And then over there, you know, I always covered up Saturday and Sunday because I didn't need it. So this one is kind of perfect because Saturday and Sunday is just kind of off to the side. So I can still use that for decoration or extra notes or whatever. Now, this, I'm using it for social media. I think this would be a fantastic catch-all planner. You could, the thing with this one, since you can customize it, you don't even have to have a header here. So that's one of the areas that are, you know, customizable in this planner. So let me show you the vertical priorities here. I mean, and they've got so many other layouts. So here, they don't have any labels, but you can see wherever there's a triangle, that's the stuff that you can fill in and have it labeled however you want. So instead of social media, this could be where you track your morning routine. It could be where you track, I don't know, like your exercise or whatever. You can leave it blank so you can fill it in every week however you want. Or if you know there's something that you track all the time, you can just have it, you know, filled in there. You could dedicate these to one for each child. You could dedicate one of these to work, one of these to home. One can be what are you cleaning that day. There's just so many ways to customize this planner that I think it's such a great idea. So down here you could have, this is maybe where you put what you're going to have for dinner every night, or maybe your exercise every day. It could be your gratitude. It could, you guys know how to use your planners and what you need to use them for. What I love about this is that it's customizable and you can make it your own. So I don't know if there's much more to say about that. So this is how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use this one for social media. I've been toying with the idea of adding, I don't know, you know what, I'm not even going to say that because it's still jumbled in my mind exactly how I'm going to do it and if I'm going to do it. But for now, this is going to be my social media planner. And if you guys are interested in seeing this one, like plan with me's for it, I can probably do that. Let's see. Okay, so again, this is me just kind of playing around with some leftover stickers from past spreads and just throwing them in here to see, am I going to be able to add stickers and still have space to write what I want to write? And yes, I will. So I still have my focus. I can write down, you know, when I want to film, edit, post, and I can fill that out for the month. And when I get to that week, I know, okay, today I got to do this, tomorrow I got to do that. So these were stickers from Live Love Posh. These are from the washi tape shop. Let's see. This one was from Journal Say, the Leisure Time book. And basically, you know, I don't know that I'm going to need this space down here, but until I get into this planner and start using it, I won't know. But I'm just really excited about, one, it's a new planner, which is always kind of fun. And two, the layout of it, it just seems to me like it's really going to work for me. So at the end of this video, I'll grab a sticker book and we'll do a quick little plan with me for the last week in September. So the other neat thing about these planners is, since you can start whatever month you want. So this one, I had ordered it, I think it was end of July. So I got it to start in September. Since it just depends on when you order it, the way that they do this is that this, whenever the next month starts in the same spread, they gray it out. So you can choose either to use this one, you know, that starts the 29th and ends over here, or you can choose to use this one that has the first of the month sort of grayed out, or you can use them both. But I thought that was kind of neat. So possibly, since I kind of just do monthly, I would probably just decorate this part and then start, you know, start the month over here. Who knows? I'll see which, you know, how I decide to do it. But that's kind of interesting and different from other planner, you know, other planners that I've seen, where basically they'll choose. It's either going in September or it's going in October, and you'll have some dates from, you know, the previous or the last month in that weekly spread. So that was the only other thing that was kind of different here. And then for this one, the add-on that I did, again, I only ordered 6 months, so that way, you know, once I use it for a couple of months, I'll know if I want more of these or not, and I'll go ahead and order them. So in the other planner, remember, it was just notes and fitness. For this one, I chose the add-on of to-do list. I thought these were super cool. It's just basically like a quad layout with little lists. So if you have this, let's say in your home planner, this could be your spring cleaning, fall cleaning, or it could be your packing list. It could be just about anything, you know, your decluttering list, whatever you need a list for, it's here. And they send quite a few pages of that. And then it finishes off with one sheet, or actually 2 sheets of dot grid, your contact page, your password page, and then your little handy dandy pocket folder here. Okay, so that was the vertical priorities. So I have a vertical priorities and I have the daily page. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through here. This is the vertical priorities. Let's do like this. Vertical priorities, and you can see this one has the color on. So these are shaded, and this is what the gray would look like. So this is color on, lines on, and then here you can see they've got colored lines over here. So here's with the lines off and the color off. And then this is such an interesting layout. This one's called the Me Planner, right? To me, this reminds me of the Teacher Planner, and that's why I had taken this one out, the Teacher Layout by Happy Planner. I know I hear everyone always saying that they wish Happy Planner would do the Teacher Layout, but with the dates at the top versus on the side. And I know, like Julie, if you're watching from Plans in the Making, she uses the Teacher Layout for her social media, but she has to white this out every time and then add the dates up here. Their Me Layout has that layout, but with the dates at the top. And then you can label this, you see the little triangle, you can have, you know, YouTube, Instagram, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You can name that however you want to name it, and it's got the lines, and it's the same layout pretty much, plus it gives you a master list and all of this over here. So those of you that are a fan of the Teacher Layout but hate having to, you know, white everything out and redo the dates, you may want to consider this planner by Plum Paper. I think it's really cool that they have it. I had no idea. So this one you can also choose to have the lines on or the lines off. So if you like the lines, you get them. If you don't like the lines, you don't have to get them. The other way this planner would be great is, let's say you've got home, work, and then your 3 kids, and then appointments. So you could assign, you know, a section to everyone in the family, or to a certain specific part of your house, or whatever. And then you could also do this for fitness. Let's say you wanted to have, you know, your steps, your weight, your this, your that, your other. You could, you know, customize the layout. And again, you only have to get 6 months, so you can try it and then be like, yeah, this didn't work for me, but that's okay. So this one's called the morning, afternoon, evening. So, you know, you can, again, where you see the triangles, you can add your own header and make it whatever you want. And here it is without the lines. And then they've got the hourly vertical layout. So if you're someone that this is how your brain works and you have to have hourly for every day and kind of plan out your day, or maybe you need an appointment book or something depending on your work, this is a great option. And you know, you can customize it however you want. And here it is without the lines. And then here it is without, this is just a vertical with lines but no hour. And then you can just have the columns, and that's just ultimate flexibility. You can put your, you know, your box stickers in here wherever you want them. So this one is the weekly horizontal layout. So you've got sort of like a dashboard page over here, and then you've got your weeklies on the right. And this one has the color on, so you can see this is grayed out. If you were to choose the neutral, it's going to look like this, where it's just a box, but it's clear, you know, with nothing on it. And then you can choose your headers. This one's the two-sided days. It's a weekly horizontal layout, lines on, color on. So it's just a horizontal layout, but you got this nice section up here that you can really use in many, many ways, either just for decoration or, you know, if you have important things that you want to remember up there. And then I like these little boxes over here. Also can be used to decorate or, you know, have certain information just in there. And then here it is without the lines. So, you know, if you want a customizable planner and this appeals to you, check out Plum Paper. They did give me a discount code, and it's BeeHappy10. So that's real easy, BEE Happy 10. And that'll save you 10% on, you know, whatever planner you choose. And remember, you can also purchase your covers separately, which I think is so fun. And I wish Happy Planner would do that, honestly, because sometimes you see a cover, but you don't want the whole damn planner. You just want the cover. Okay, so this one is notes and days. So it's like the horizontal one, except over here you just have two lists. So maybe you want to put one list for home, one list for work. That's probably how I would end up using it. But that's a neat layout too. This one is horizontal priorities. So you have your to-do list, and you've got like two little priority spots or whatever you want those for. Those could be gratitude, line a day, whatever. And here I was testing one of my pens in there. And then this one is horizontal priorities, lines off, color off. So as you can see, this one's got the lines over here under each, you know, day. And then this one's just got a nice big open space over here. It's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't seen this layout. And then you've got your tracker up there also, which is nice. So this is the hourly daily, and this one's with the color on, color off, lines off. I liked this one. I liked that it had the hourly, but for me, having too many columns for a daily was, I know I tried using Kellyville Plan's daily pages, and it didn't work out for me. I couldn't, and then these three boxes, I don't know, it didn't work for me. Even though I bought it, I ended up not using it. So I knew this one wouldn't work for me personally, but it might work for you. Maybe each one of these is a different child, you know, and so that way you can put each one, or, you know, focus on cleaning work and I don't know, whatever. So this is the daily that I chose, and that one's just the daily layout. And they do have one that looks just like this, except this side is all hourly, I'm pretty sure. I haven't seen it in here. So then if you guys are familiar with Live Love Posh, she also has a quad layout. And so they, you know, Plum Paper also has this quad layout with lines on, color on. And then this one is lines off, color off. So if you had this one color off but lines on, it would look like this without these color blocks. And then it would have, you know, the other lines in here. So I thought that was a pretty cool layout too. And then this one, full week grid. So this one's sort of like the teacher layout by Happy Planner, where the dates are over here, and then you can have different columns that you can customize what each column is used for. So if your brain works better this way, then this is the one for you, because you look over at Monday, you've got your 3 priorities, and then you can you know, assign these little squares to certain things during the week. And then Saturday and Sunday is just down here. And then that's the same one with the lines off, which again is so cool. And honestly, going through the process of ordering the planner was kind of fun. You start off by picking the size of the planner, then the cover, then the layout, and then you customize your layout, then you choose your add-ons. You choose whether you want it, with the coils or with the disc punch. Okay, so this one is Monday through Friday grid, which is kind of cool, which I didn't think to look at for my business. Since I really only write in it Monday through Friday. But if you're, I guess, like a teacher, and you only need stuff Monday through Friday, this would be a good one for that. And here it is without the lines. And then they also have florals. I think it was like blooms and something else. Let's see, this one says soft florals. So if you're someone who wants some decoration in your planner, they do have that option. So they've got this one that's got the soft florals, and here's the, the vertical priorities. And then it's got these little soft florals, and then there's another one that's like a bloom that looks really cute. Yeah, this one, where it's got like these little squiggly lines. So basically this is that vertical priorities one, but it's got, it's a little bit more decorative than the one that I chose. And here it is in horizontal. I mean, it's really cute. You'd probably, depending on how you use your planner, if you want to decorate or not, you might want to white some of that stuff out. So yeah, so this is the layout guide. This was $10, I believe, when I bought it. And you can look for that on their website. Just do a search for layout guide, and if you want to just, you could get this and maybe take some photocopies and then write in it just to see if that weekly work it's going to work for you or not before you go ahead and purchase your planner. But yeah, so anyway, that was this video. I hope you stuck with me through all of it. I think it's a lot of good information. I think it's good to know what's out there before purchasing your 2026 planner. And oh, you know what? I said I was going to do a plan with me. Okay, let's do that. Let's decorate this page real quick. Let me go find a sticker book. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got this sticker book. It is the Breathe, Love, Live, Explore by Happy Planner. I got it on clearance for $7. Isn't that awesome? And I haven't used it yet, but it's got some really pretty stickers in here. And it's just kind of the first thing I grabbed. So let's see if we can make some of these work in this planner. Well, let's start with, I want to add some boxes because I have not added boxes over here. So I'm curious how they're going to look in here. Let's try it and see. Let me move this. Okay. That's going to look actually really pretty. Okay, so here you can see the size of how a regular box will fit inside of the columns. Oh, I like that. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, let's do, what else do we want to do in here? I like how that looks. Let's do something decorative over here. Oh, I like this kind of like stack of girls. Let's use this one. Maybe with something under it. Again, since I'm not using, Saturday and Sunday, I'm just going to put those right in there. Let's, I think I'm going to do this line here. Okay, and I kind of want something under it, like, let's see, this. Which one looks good under it, though? Oof, it's raining. Let me go let my kitty cat in. Okay, I'm going to go with Focus on the Good. This one's going to be right here. Sort of in the middle, and then we can put them, kind of want them like up against it, but I don't want it to look different because of this, so let's do like that. Hope I didn't do it crooked. Okay. All right, let's do that. Let's add some pretty florals in here. Let's add a few florals. Definitely going to use a butterfly. Oh, I like this with the hand. Let's see. Where can this hand go? How about, should it be coming out of the side? Maybe covering the September. I like this. It's kind of weird, huh? Yeah. Okay. No to that. Let's use this one. This one's pretty. And this one can go right here. And we can use this one. Let's use this one here. Not sure what I'm going to use this box up here for just yet, but I will figure something out. Let's see. Let's get a butterfly in here. This is pretty. I'm gonna try this one. Let's put this one here. I'm gonna put it in the center like that. I like those. Let's use a, remember? Put that one up here, and then let's do Breathe. Although I kind of want to use another color. Let's bring up this color. Let's put this one here for me time. Even though this planner really is not about me time, I can still put that there. That's cute. And I don't want to over decorate because I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use this. How I'm going to end up needing to use it, but let's just do a couple of these. What other color would look good here? How about the yellow? Like this kind of. Let's put that there. And then let's do, I think we need a green over here. Let's do this one, maybe the one that matches that. Let's go with this one. Like that. And then how about we add some of these pretty florals down here at the bottom. Let's see. Stay brave, dream big. Oh, I like that. Let's put be kind, stay brave. Let's put stay brave right there. And then be kind. Oof. It is coming down. Be kind, stay brave. Okay. I like that so far. That's cute. Let's add a few butterflies. Let's do this one. It's kind of big. That one can go there. And let's do one above the girls over here. It's looking kind of dark. So let's add a little more color up there. And then we can do another one. Let's do a pink one. Where do we want the pink one? Let's put the pink one here. It's cute. Okay, I want something along the bottom. I think we've got enough quotes. I really want some flowers, but I don't want to use up. Oh, here we go. These are kind of short. Let's put those like right there. And then we can do, these are cute. I like these. Let's put these. Is that too cluttered over here? Yeah, I think so. I think these are going to go here. Now I feel like I need one in the middle. Let's do, I mean, I don't know. We've got the hand there, so no. Let's do, this one's got a little butterfly on it. Let's try this one. Let's put that one there. Okay. I like that. I kind of want to decorate up here a little bit, so let's see what they've got. These are kind of cute. Let's see. Let's see what these look like here. They're kind of big, but we could do like that. Let's do that. That's kind of cute. Just as a little decoration up here. Do y'all hear that thunder? Oh my gosh. Okay. And my mom's dog is so afraid of thunder. I mean, she's afraid. Honestly, it starts to drizzle. She starts to shake, poor baby. My cats really don't care. That's cute. I like those. And I guess I could put one. Let's see. We've got 1, 2 left. Oh no, we've got these over here. Let me just see what it looks like with these on this page too. Like right there. I kind of like it. Let's do it. Just to bring a little bit of color in here. And then let's use, it can't be that green. So, oh no! Did y'all see that? Electricity went out. Let's do the purple here. And, all right, I need to finish this. Let's finish it off with the green. Okay, the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my highlighter and highlight a few things. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got my Mr. Pen highlighter. Okay, I'm going to highlight the week that we're on. Let's highlight September, and let's just highlight the days. Kind of make those a little more prevalent. Like that. And I'm going to highlight Saturday, but I don't need Saturday. And then social media. And I kind of want to do, let's just do one line down here. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right, I think that's good. I like that. I really like how the boxes fit inside of here, so I will definitely be adding more boxes in future Plan With Me's for this planner. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys made it all the way to the end. I'm really excited about starting this planner. and that's going to be in September. I just need to go through and cut the little bits off, but I'm going to end this video because it's pretty long. There you go. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it informative. Let me know down in the comments. Have you ever heard of Plum Paper? Have you ever used one? And I hope you guys will give it a shot. The code again is BeHappy10, and I will have a link to my affiliate link, which really helps out my channel if you choose to shop through it, and also the discount code. I'll have that all in the description and probably in the first pinned comment. Okay, well, see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.